All right, what's up, guys, and welcome back to episode 4. And today we got Coach Leonte on the show. You want to introduce yourself?
What's up, guys? Leonte Carew, Don Bosco Prep wide receiver coach.
Yes, sir. So, Coach, you played in the NFL, right?
Yes, I did.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it was a good experience. Played 4 years for the Miami Dolphins. It was a second-round pick, and just happy to be back home now after finished playing and being back at my alma mater.
I think it was cool, like, coming here from, like, when I heard about you in 8th grade, and, like, everyone was like, Leonte, like, he's a GOAT at Bosco, like, and then I heard about you from Rutgers, and, like, I want to go to Rutgers next year, and it was, like, crazy how, like, I think you set, like, a lot of records there, right?
Yeah, I set a couple. Probably my biggest record was being the all-time leading touchdown scorer there for receiving touchdowns. So that was pretty cool to do in my career.
That's crazy. Wait, so do you know how many it was?
29.
29 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So let's talk about a little bit about Bosco. Like when you were at Bosco, like how was it when you were at Bosco? Like I think it was like how many years ago now?
10 years ago. I just actually just celebrated my 10-year anniversary of winning a national championship here at the school. I went here from 2008 to 2012. During that time period, I won, 48 games, never lost a game in high school, 4 state championships, and 2 national championships. So it was a great experience. And, school life was awesome. I made a ton of friends that I'm still friends with to this day. And you can't go wrong with the Bosco cookies. Bosco cookies are really good back then.
Yeah. So you went from playing here to Rutgers, right?
Yes.
So like how was it there?
Rutgers was fun. I'm a Jersey guy, so I wanted to stay home. I had a couple offers. I was an Army All-American.
Yeah.
I had offers from like Ohio State, Notre Dame, Michigan, but I just wanted to stay home and represent the state of New Jersey. So I decided to stay home and go to Rutgers and try to do something that's never been done and bring a championship there.
Yeah, I see that. Like, even, like, for us, like, we look up to you, and, like, you guys winning, like, national championships and state championships, like, make us want to, like, we want to put something, like, in our name so that, like, we want to win. So I think, like, that aspect of, like, you guys winning and, like, looking up to you and you being here, like, to give back to us, like, makes us feel, like, really, like, good.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. My ultimate goal for you guys is for you guys to experience what I felt, and for you guys to be running around with MetLife with your brothers that you put so much blood, sweat, and tears in with, and holding up a trophy. And ultimately, I want to win one as a coach as well.
Yeah.
I never won a championship as a coach, so I think I actually be more proud to win it as a coach than I did as a player.
Yeah, I think that's cool. So what was, like, the transition from, like, high school football to college football?
The transition actually wasn't that bad. You know why? Because I feel like going to a school like Don Bosco, they prepare you not just for your athletic ability, but also prepares you for life.
Yeah.
So every obstacle that I was faced with and all the adversity that I was faced with in college, I already went through here when I went to Bosco. So I was pretty prepared once I got to college, and I think that's kudos to the way we train here and how hard we push you guys. You guys will be ready for anything. As far as football, life, being a father, being a husband one day, that's just what Don Bosco does for you.
I think, like, even, like, the football aspect of it, like, that applies to everything. Like, in my life, I feel like how hard you guys push us. Like, when we know that, like, we feel we can't do something and, like, you know that we could do it and you, like, push us, like, even, like, when it comes to, like, doing other things in our life, like, we could apply to it. And, like, even if it's, like, academic stuff, like, right now, like, I feel like sometimes, like, I'm not pushing myself where I can, like, how much I could do. But, like, you guys, like, doing that to me in the weight room, like, makes me feel like I can do better and, like, makes me want to do better.
Hey, that's what it's all about. That's what Bosco's about. It's about mental and physical toughness.
Yeah.
And just pushing yourself to no limits and knowing that no matter what, you'll be all right.
Yeah. So, like, how's your faith in God? We talk about that. Like, I want to catch you off guard.
No, I have a really strong faith in God, especially coming to a school like this. I wasn't Catholic before I came here, but obviously I became Catholic after, and, just little things like going to the grotto and praying before class, you just don't take for granted. Yeah. So, my relationship with God is very strong, especially because of a school like Don Bosco Prep.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, coming here pushed me to my faith, like, a lot. like I feel like before that, like I didn't really like pay attention to it, and like coming here, like meeting, like I see like all the coaches, like we always be praying before games, and like everyone around us is like so like pushed into their faith. I feel like it pushed me to like into my faith like a lot more, and like made me like want to know that like God is there, and like He makes us like win, and not just win, but like He's there for us like in everything.
Absolutely. Especially, walking around having priests in the building and speaking to Father Abe and having theology classes definitely helps you, have knowledge as far as your faith and, the things that we do on the football field and praying for the grotto and things like that definitely helps and just makes you feel good about coming to school knowing that it's such a holy place.
Yeah. So what was it like? Like I know you didn't lose here, right? Like, how did you? I know you guys worked really hard, but like, what was it like not losing like a single game?
It was more of we didn't want to lose because of the pressure. There was other periods of time, like a time period where other guys didn't also lose when they were here as well. So we didn't want to be the first class to lose. We didn't want to be the first, group of guys to, for everyone to come back and be like, oh, you guys messed up the legacy. So we pushed, each other hard, not for just ourselves, but just for the legacy of the school.
Yeah.
And that's what we got to get back here. That's why we're pushing you guys every day to get Bosco back to what it was. And that's just a winning program and the home of the tough guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that. Like Bosco is the home of the tough guys, right? Like we outwork everybody in everything we do. We got to be the last one that sprints. We got to be the last guy that we got to be the last guy no matter what. The first guy on the field, last guy to leave. Like I think that like I apply that like to everything. Like you got to be the hardest worker in everything you do. That's how we win like games, right? Like fourth quarter, we're the fourth quarter team because like we work so hard that in the fourth quarter we could pull through.
Absolutely. That's the whole idea behind the home of the tough guys. We're gonna outwork everyone. We're gonna be tough. We're gonna have physical toughness. We're gonna have mental toughness, and no one's gonna be able to outwork us. From our training staff to our guys on our team to our coaching staff, it's just a culture that's built around the school that has been built here many, many, many years, probably before you were even born.
Yeah.
And that's what it's going to be like even when you leave here and you graduate here and you have kids and they come back to Bosco.
Yeah.
That's the legacy that you have to leave on this school in order for it to carry out for years and years to come.
Yeah. So I know I did this with Mr. E last week, but do you have any questions for me now?
Yeah, how did you get involved in the media center? Because this is actually something cool that wasn't here when I went here. This was actually the bookstore. So, me coming back here and seeing all this and seeing a program for the school like this is actually really cool. And I really feel like, if we had something like this in high school, I think the sky would have been the limit as far as, like just things out there. Like who knows where it could have taken a lot of guys because think about it, we were a winning program. We won 2 national championships. We had ESPN come here twice. We were on TV. We had NFL coaches. I mean, not NFL, but college coaches and scouts here all the time. So I can only imagine if, like you were here interviewing like, one of our coaches during that time when we were winning and stuff like that, how cool it would have been. You know what I'm saying?
So like I got into this because I was only I saw Mr. E. So like I met Mr. E. It's his first year here in the beginning of the year. And like I actually saw him skateboarding around and I was like, this guy is so sick. And then, like, he was, like, the coolest guy. Like, I've never seen, like, anybody like this. And the teacher before this, like, I was just, like, scared. Like, I didn't want to, like, come here because I'm, like, a sophomore and now I'm a junior. And then I met Mr. E. and, like, he was, like, so nice. And then, like, he made me, like, feel welcome here. So then I started coming here. And then he gave me the idea to start the podcast. And then I started interviewing people. And then, like, a lot of the school started rolling with it and, like, liked it.
That's pretty cool. And I also feel like this program could have helped guys like myself as far as like when I was done playing, I've always wanted to be a sports broadcaster.
Yeah.
So, having something like this, at a young age could have definitely helped me, further my career as far as that. And also, it also helps, more kids on our team that are, superstars that are getting a lot of attention right now. That are in our school with just media training. A lot of guys never been in front of the camera before, so they don't know how to speak and they don't know how to talk and they don't know how to be interviewed. But maybe this is something that we could help our guys with because I watch some of our guys in front of the camera and they need a lot of help right now.
Yeah.
So maybe you could help them, Shane.
Yeah. So, do you have any other questions?
No, I'm good.
So, I know like our team's coming up next year, and like we really want to win next year. So like, what do you think about our football team coming up?
I love our guys. You know, we don't only have great football players. We have a great group of men. You know that. You know, I love. You know, I've only been here for the last year. I know a lot of you guys have heard about me in the past, but being here with you guys and being in school with you guys every day just makes this job a lot easier. You know, it's hard to coach when you're coaching guys that don't really love football, that aren't good kids, but when you got a group of guys like yourself and, you know, other guys on the team that love football and are just good kids, it makes it easier to come to work every day and be there for you guys.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you have for me? Like, what can I do to get better? Like as a football player and as like a leader on the team.
Just keep doing what you're doing, honestly. I have a lot of respect for you because obviously you're not the biggest guy, you're not the strongest guy, but guess what? You come to work every single day. I don't think you missed a practice at all last year. And, you know, us coaches, we pay attention to things like that. So I would say just keep working. You know, don't let anyone, you know, try to doubt you for your size. You know, one of my teammates in the NFL, his name is Jakeem Grant. He's actually 5'5", you know, and he played in the NFL. He's still in the NFL. Yeah. So, you know, just keep working and don't let anyone try to crush your dreams.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like coming here, like when I came here, I was the smallest guy, and like even like not even trying to like be like that, but like when I talk to like all my teammates, like even when I talk to them now, like a lot of them are like, yo, I did not think you were gonna make it like this long. Like even like my family, like everyone was like, oh, they thought like within the first week I was gonna like drop out or like not even play anymore. Like it's just like I love like the brotherhood and like the sport itself so much that like I don't want to like let any of my brothers down, like no matter what.
And I respect that because there's a lot of kids out there that, you know, couldn't even make it here at this school that are a lot bigger and stronger than you, that go to their public schools and, you know, they're superstars at their public schools, but they transfer from here or they don't come to this school because it's too hard for them. And the fact that you've already made it out 3 years and now you're going into your 4th year as a senior, it just goes to show that you really are one of the home of the tough guy type of Don Bosco kids because you're mentally and physically tough.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Coach, for like coming on, and like I feel like it's like really special having like even having someone that like played in the NFL and like even like you're like a mentor to me, like make me want to do what I want to do. So like thank you for coming on the show, and like that's all we got today. So like thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for having me. Good job.
Thank you.